That year, an especially lavish carnival was held in Prague. Masks were thronging the city, tempting people to join in the romp. Amadeus kept being invited to palace balls. He even composed several dances for the ball at Count Pachter's. But he began to show impatience. I tried in vain to detain him over a Prague novelty, a first-rate organ at the Church of Our Lady at the Strahov Monastery.
To solitude. Prague has proved me right. I shall no longer be a slave to fashion. I will write freely, in my own way, whatever my heart dictates.
Whenever he was at work, Amadeus liked to play with an orange, an apple, or anything spherical. He used to say a sphere was the perfect form, perfect symmetry, concealing order, tension, and movement inside it. It helped to loosen his inspiration and the flow of ideas. Back in Vienna, Mozart went to see the librettist Lorenzo da Ponte, the Italian adventurer, dropout priest, and notorious womanizer. They agreed on a story which was familiar to both, the old Spanish drama of Don Juan, Don Giovanni.
Giovanni. If I were to be true to one woman, I would be cruel to the others. I carry so much emotion in me that I must love them all. But women take my goodness for deceit. And Leporello says, has the world ever seen a better man with a bigger heart?
Mozart was stricken by the news from Salzburg that his father Leopold was dying. He didn't go to Salzburg. He wrote post-haste.
You taught me, dear father, not to fear death, to take it as the key to real bliss. I got used to going to sleep with the idea that tomorrow I would not be here anymore. Yet no one can accuse me of spreading ill humor. I wish this composure to every one of my nearest and dearest. I hope that while I'm writing this to you, you have got better.
His father Leopold died without seeing him. On the same day, his favorite starling died. The funeral he held for him was in fact a ceremony in memory of his father. Under the spell of the drama of Don Giovanni, he went on working. At the end of the summer, he headed for Prague.
fare ballar, Dio le manda a fare ballar, e nel frattanto dall'alto campo, con questa e quella amoreggiar, alla malista domattina, una decina devi aumentar, alla malista una decina devi aumentar, sempre in piazza qualche ragazza, dica che quella cerca menare.
Lorenzo da Ponte had to be present in Prague and arrived a few days later. They had still not finished. He and Mozart were trying to outdo each other with ideas. They adorned the opera with music quotations and lines intended especially for the Prague audience. We put Mozart up at the Three Golden Lions near the theatre. Just across the lane at the Flounder Palace, Da Ponte found himself a room with a balcony and a pretty maid.
There was no time to lose. A Habsburg princess was passing through Prague. She wanted to see the premiere, but the opera was not yet completed. Viva la libertà! Long live freedom! No composer could have dared to do this in Vienna.
The rehearsals sometimes stretched into the night. So as not to waste any time over a dinner break, the singers were served food directly on the stage. One of the rehearsals was attended by Signor Giacomo Casanova, who was spending the end of his life as a librarian at the Wallenstein estate. He was writing his memoirs and making extra money by fortune-telling. He had come to protest against Mozart's opera, apparently drawing a parallel between the story of the punished reprobate and himself. In the morning, Mozart kept throwing mandarins at the windows opposite to wake up the librettist, but Da Ponte had left. It was said he had been summoned to Vienna. The disappointed Mozart disappeared and the rehearsal was cancelled. After a long search, we found him in a pub by the temple, drinking to drown his sorrow and singing a sad andante to a vagrant harpist.
Here Mozart ate, drank, and composed, namely schnitzel, wine, and Don Juan.